I'm John Cordray, and you're watching The Calm Files. Hey everybody, welcome back to The Calm Files. My name is John Cordray, and I'm a national certified therapist, and I'm the calm expert. And The Calm Files is all about helping you learn to keep calm from stress, or from anger, or from anxiety, or panic attacks, or fear, or depression. I'm here to help you and encourage you and inspire you to continue living your life, even if you struggle with some emotional hang-up. And today I'm going to address a topic that was submitted on Twitter. Always glad to have you ask me a question that I can feature on the Calm Files. So if you're interested in asking me a question or giving me a topic to produce for the Calm Files, tweet me at John P. Cordray and use the hashtag CalmFiles. So this episode, I'm going to be dealing with how do you work through your anxiety and losing sleep over a family member who is estranged, who has conflict, if there's severe conflict in the family. How do you deal with that? This question comes from @CourageDoc. And the question is, how can you deal with anxiety/sleeplessness when a family member is estranged or won't reconcile? You know, what you're talking about really essentially is two different topics here based on boundaries. One, for yourself, what can you do to help reduce your anxiety? And versus what the other person, the family member that's estranged or won't reconcile. And so I want to address both of those, but the first one I want to address, what are some healthy boundaries that you can place on yourself? It's always difficult when you are talking about a family member because it's not some acquaintance or a stranger or even a coworker. This is somebody in your family, someone that you're supposed to love and care for, somebody that you really can't separate yourself from, especially a lot of times during the holidays or funerals or weddings. And so really the first question or the first topic I want to address is for you to set boundaries for yourself. Obviously, you can't change the other family member's mind. You can't make them do anything. And I think that's part of where your anxiety is coming from. If you're losing sleep or you have a lot of anxiety based on this family member not doing or maybe doing something that's destructive to the family, there's major conflict going on, but there's no reconciliation, and that's eating away at you, tearing you up inside. The reality is you can't change that. You can't make the other person do what you want them to do. So then you have to work on yourself. You have to come to a place where you accept it. You accept this estrangement of this family member. You don't like it, but you have to accept it. And you have to let them be responsible for their own actions. So it's when you feel like you have to do something, or maybe you feel like it's because of you, that's when the anxiety starts to rise, and then that's when you can't fall asleep. So my first thing for you would be learn your own boundaries. There's only so much that you can do. And the second one is maybe you reach out to this person, maybe you already have, I don't know. But a lot of times, if a phone call is too destructive, it causes too much conflict, a lot of times writing a letter can be very helpful. Although it's not the best form of communication because you can't really express your emotions. But getting it out of your mind and on the paper, writing to them, letting them know how you're feeling, you're being assertive in your communication, so you're letting them know how you're feeling, but you're not blaming them. Because if you blame them, it's not going to do any good. It's going to make things worse. All you can do is say how you feel. I feel hurt. I miss you. I want you back in my life. So write a letter. Whether you send it to them or not, that's your choice. But the simple act of getting it out of your mind and putting it on paper can do wonders and help you relax a little more. And maybe you do send it, maybe you record it, maybe you write out the letter and you record it on audio or even video so they can see your inflection in your voice and in your face. and that adds that personal touch, and then you can send it to them. That way it's a little less confrontational, but you still get your message across. Okay, so the second thing is I want to bring up, you have to set boundaries towards the other person. So you are responsible for your own actions. So don't badmouth them, don't gossip about them to your other family members. That just causes more division. But instead, let them know, say, you know, I want you in my life, but I'm not going to force it. I'm going to love you from a distance, and if you don't want to be with me, then that's okay. So you let them be responsible for their own actions. You are responsible for yours. Let them know what you want, your desires, but ultimately, you have to come to that place where you accept whatever negative behavior they have. You can't control it. So you gotta remember you can't control it, their behavior, but you can control yours. So that's my advice for you, that I think you can work through this. I know it's hard when you have a family member that won't speak to you, or if there's constant division, constant tension, but there's only so much you can do. Do everything you can, but then you gotta let the responsibility lay on the other family member. I hope this helps. Thank you so much for joining in on this episode of the Calm Files. And I want you to really work on that letter. And I want you to really think through the words that you would use. And I want you to figure out what you can do rather than what you really think you want to, or blame yourself for some reason. Okay? All right, thanks guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And until next time, catch me on the Calm Files. And I want to make sure, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to the button below. I would love to have you be a part of this, and that way you'll be notified for my other episodes that are uploaded. And I also want to encourage you to visit my website at johncordray.com. And there's a lot of resources there that I think you'll find helpful. I'm the Calm Expert. I'm a national certified therapist. And this is what I do. I'm passionate about getting the message out there about how to keep calm from stress-related problems such as anxiety and panic and depression. So go to johncordray.com and make sure you find me on Twitter at John P. Cordray. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.